Everyone, I'm April and I'm from Wildlife Yoga and Health. I'm here to show you 3 yoga poses that will help you to strengthen your will pose. I'll meet you on the mat and you will not need any props. Hey everyone, it's April from Wildlife Yoga and Health. I'm doing something a little different today and I'm showing you a how-to. So if any of you have ever attempted will pose or will poses within your practice, you know that it is not always the easiest pose to get into when you're first beginning. So if you are still there, you're still at the beginner stage, don't worry. With time, with practice and consistency, you'll be able to achieve will pose. It might just take some time. And remember, consistency. So you have to practice if you want to make progress. Let's get started. So I'll go ahead and show you how to get into will pose first, and then we'll go over the 3 poses that'll help you to strengthen your will pose. So you start with your feet about hip width apart. You come onto your back. Walk the feet as close to the hips as possible, still hip width apart. If you have any excess hair, make sure to move it out of the way as you will be placing your hands. The next step is to go through bridge pose. So you start to press up, lifting the hips higher and higher until you're fully extended and then the glutes are tight. From here, you plant the palms facing your shoulders, and your elbows need to go in line with the shoulders. A lot of times they track out, and then we have no basis, no support, no foundation. So bring those elbows up and in, keep those hips high, start to press into the palms. Maybe the top of the head comes to the ground and we adjust our hands, and then we continue to press up through that will pose. Extend the arms and try to bring the head through the arms. Think about keeping a soft bend into the elbow at the same time. To safely come out, you'll tuck your chin, start by bending your elbows until you come all the way down to the ground. All right, so now that we have gone over how to get into will pose, I will go ahead and show you 3 poses that will strengthen your muscles in order to actually get into will pose and what those muscles are. All right, so the first pose is going to strengthen and open your hip flexors. So think about it as strengthening you from the entire front body as well as the back body. We'll go ahead and start in a kneeling position. So knees come about hip width apart. Go ahead and extend the hips fully. Typically, if we were doing this, we would go into a camel pose, which is definitely going to help you to get towards your will pose, but that is not the pose we're doing today. Today we're doing a variation of camel pose that requires strength. So you want to bring your arms forward, or maybe if you feel a little more advanced and a little more open, you can bring your arms up. But typically I would say let's bring your arms forward. And then we'll start to send the torso back, engaging those quads, that core, extending the hips, and come back. Go ahead and repeat, and come back. Repeat, and come back. And let's do 2 more together. 1 more. And then I would tell you to do at least 10 reps and do that about 3 times, maybe every other day, maybe every 2 days, but be consistent. So the next pose I'm going to show you is chaturanga. If you do not have full chaturanga from the plank position, you can go to your knees. So I'll show you both. Coming onto hands and knees, extend the legs so your feet are still on the ground, coming into a high plank. Think about bringing those upper ribs up and in. We'll press forward on the toes, bring the elbows close to the body, lower down through chaturanga, push back up. Lower down, push up. Lower down, push up. And then if you are doing half chaturanga, we'll actually be coming to our knees. Coming into that tabletop position. Walk the hands a little bit forward, extend the hips, finding a half plank position. Notice my shoulders are already slightly over my wrist. lower down, push up, lower down, press up, lower down, press up. So the key to that is really getting those triceps in that movement by keeping the elbows close to the body. The more they are out, the more you're going to be using other muscles in the back and not your triceps. So the key to it is keeping the elbows close and tight into the body. The last pose that I'm going to show you for strengthening your will pose is, of course, a back bend. So we'll go start by laying on our belly. Hands can come in front of you or they can come behind you. I would prefer in front only because this also helps to actively and dynamically open your shoulder girdle. So forehead places on the ground to start. Take a deep inhale, long exhale, and then start to lift hands, legs, chest, and chin off the ground. Squeezing the glutes as we do. Maybe we hold for 5-second intervals, or maybe we do multiple reps. Inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, rise. So I would say, again, repeat that for 10 reps and repeat it 3 times, so 3 sets. If you do all 3 of those movements every other day or every 2 days, you're definitely going to find that the strength for your will pose is starting to get there. Next week, I'll go over the 3 top poses for finding flexibility within will pose, because sometimes we are strong enough, but our arms are just not open enough. Maybe they're right here when we try to lift our arms up. So stay tuned. Next week, I will have that video for you. Leave a comment down below and let me know if those poses were helpful for you. And if you do progress on it after the next couple weeks, please come back to this video, try it out again, and let me know how it went. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Peace out.